A movie that 95% of the world can relate to. To the other 5%, yeah, this movie's also kind of about you. Horrible bosses. Now, I don't care who you are. If you're in the working world, you've had a horrible boss. One that you've probably wished dead. And if you haven't, well, don't worry. It just means you haven't been working long enough. Now, Horrible Bosses is about 3 normal guys in 3 different jobs who are all friends who just hate their bosses. Played by Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and that guy who reminds me of Andy Bernard from The Office. Never know his name, but he's funny. And their bosses are actually horrible people. Well, 2 out of the 3 are. Kevin Spacey's Jason Bateman's boss, and if you've seen the trailer to the movie, dude, he's horrible. This is one of the biggest piece of shit human beings I think I've ever seen in a movie. And Kevin Spacey was just awesome in this role. I mean, the guy's a good actor anyway, but he actually played a better Lex Luthor in this movie than he did in Superman. That was interesting. And then on to not Andy Bernard from The Office's boss. His boss is played by Colin Farrell. When I saw the trailer, I didn't even know that was Colin Farrell. He just looked like a sleazy douchebag with a comb over, and then it was like Colin Farrell. And I was like, holy shit, that's like Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder. Yeah, he's a slimy little piece of shit too. Then on to Charlie Day's boss, Jennifer Aniston, who he hates because she's sexually harassing him. And by Charlie Day, I mean that also means a guy who looks like Charlie Day is being sexually harassed by Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, I got no sympathy for that. She is way hot in this movie, but that's probably because I'm a perv who digs freaks. So they all get drunk and they start cloud talking. They're like, yeah, that would be great if our bosses could just die. You know, we should kill our bosses. And so they're like, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So they all plot to kill each other's bosses. And the movie was actually really funny. I mean, the movie's about these 3 normal, average, everyday dude type clowns who are gonna do something that, you know, normal people really don't do. Or do we? And so they're like, we're not gonna do this, so we need to get a hitman. So they go and find Jamie Foxx, who really doesn't play a big part in the movie. He cameos like twice, but the 2 parts he was in were pretty funny. If you're able to sit back and enjoy and relate to the fact that these 3 guys are trying to do what you've wanted to do for years, yeah, I'm talking to you, you're gonna have a good time with Horrible Bosses, I promise. The movie was a lot of like breaking into the houses and trying to plan how to kill the bosses. I would have rather have seen like more failed attempts on the bosses' lives or something, but in the end, I liked the movie, I liked the humor, it was really well written. Like the dialogue's just really funny. I mean, usually in a movie like this, one's the funny one and the other 2 were just like, you know, there. But I actually found all 3 of the guys funny in their own way. I liked the characters. I liked the bosses for what they were. I mean, I don't like the bosses, but I liked how douchey they were, except for Jennifer Aniston. Seriously, dude. I'm telling you, in this movie, my whole body was blue. It was crazy. Of the things that come to my mind when thinking about having her as a boss, killing her, not one of them. I'm a little biased on that one. I'm just saying. In the end, I'll say it's a good time. No alcohol required. I thought it was 100 times better than Bad Teacher. A movie about killing a douchebag boss. It's pretty much like the movie I've waited to see all my adult working life. I've had a douchey boss, I'll say it right now. I worked for this one dude, he talked like this, and he was a really passive-aggressive piece of shit douchebag, and week after week, he wasn't paying people for a certain, like, necessary part of the job that they had to do. So I was like, hey, I called the corporate office, and they said, yeah, you have to pay the people for that, so yeah, go ahead and start doing that. And he was just like, oh, thank you for making me look bad. You know what? How about I just take away those privileges right there, and then when everyone finds out, they'll all blame you. He really talked like that. I gotta think somehow he's gonna end up watching this. If so, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you are a fucking asshole. So for you guys, what's the douchiest boss you've ever had? I know you had to have had a douchey boss. Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.